Catholicism was ingrained in New Mexico's early history. With the passing of time, some of its churches and the people that built them have faded away. La Castrense was a military chapel which was dedicated to Our Lady of Light and located on the south side of the Santa Fe Plaza. La Castrense opened its doors in 1760 to serve the spiritual needs of the soldiers of the Spanish Presidio. In 1859, Archbishop Jean-Baptiste Lamy closed the church and sold the property. This stone reredo, or altar screen, resided in La Castrense. It was created by the cartographer and artist Bernardo Miera y Pacheco. The reredo is one of the finest examples of 18th century religious art in the nation. It's also the only stone altar screen and largest surviving colonial retablo in New Mexico. Today, this spectacular work of art resides appropriately at Cristo Rey Church on Canyon Road, which features the highest density of art galleries in the world. In addition to attending a community church, many people used to build their own private chapels near their home. These chapels are called Capias. This tiny chapel was dedicated to Saint Rita and is located in Chimayo, north of Santa Fe. The Capia of Santo Niño de Atocha, or Jesus the Christ Child, was built in 1919 in Arroyo de Cuervo, 6 miles from Garfield, in southern New Mexico. La Capilla de Nuestra Senora de Guadalupe, the Virgin Mary, was built in 1885 in Silver City in southern New Mexico. It was destroyed by fire in 1914 and was later rebuilt. The Capilla de San Antonio de Padua, St. Anthony, was built in 1818 in La Cieneguilla, just south of Santa Fe. La Iglesia de San Juan Bautista, St. John the Baptist Church, was built in 1903 and became the first Roman Catholic church established in Roswell, New Mexico. La Navidad de Nuestra Senora, or the Nativity of Our Blessed Mother, was built in Las Tusa's in northern New Mexico in 1896. The Church of Santa Maria was built in the appropriately named community of No Agua, or No Water, in Taos County. It celebrated its first Mass in 1912, the year that New Mexico became a state. St. Michael the Archangel was located in San Miguel, New Mexico, which was also named for St. Michael. The Mission Church was located 25 miles south of Antonito, Colorado. On September 9, 1882, the Reverend O. Tomasini offered Mass for the first time before 13 families. A site was selected for the church and the dedication of the cornerstone was created. The church was completed in 1896. It was 39 feet by 18 feet. It was blessed on October of 1902. Like many of the early churches, it was made of adobe and deteriorated within a few decades. Perhaps no other church in New Mexico can claim to be of the people more so than the former Mission Church of Our Lady of Guadalupe in Peña Blanca, south of Santa Fe, which is shown here in 1945. Fray Angelico Chavez was the parish priest at the Mission Church from 1937 through 1942. He has been described as a 20th century Renaissance man. The Santa Fe priest was a chaplain in the Army during World War II, the author of 22 books, and an artist. While he was a priest in Peña Blanca, he ministered to the local community, including the Indian Pueblo missions of Cochiti, Santo Domingo, and San Felipe. It was at Our Lady of Guadalupe Church in Peña Blanca that Fray Angelico Chavez painted the Stations of the Cross using local people as his subjects. In this painting, Chavez created the second, third, and fourth Stations of the Cross as a three-panel painting. The ninth Station of the Cross, painted by Chavez, included, left to right, images of Peña Blanca residents Epimenia Hurtado, Esquipula Baca, Rosa Ortiz, Mary Baca, Orlando Ortiz, Nora Chavez, Adela Chavez, Consuelo Chavez, and Leonardo Garcia. The 14th Station of the Cross featured local residents David Baca, Fidelia Baca, Eliseo Lucero, and Rosa Ortiz. Our Lady of Guadalupe Mission Church was raised in 1986, and with it the life-size murals of the 14 Stations of the Cross, painted by Fray Angelico Chavez. The work was completed from 1939 through 1942. In a 1943 article in Travel, a national magazine, the murals were described as the lodestone of religious art in New Mexico. Prior to the demolition of the church, photographs of the paintings of the Stations of the Cross were taken and now reside at the Palace of the Governor's Photo Archives at the Fray Angelico Library, which was named in honor of the artist priest from Peña Blanca.